Hello, I'm Dr. Barpano, the inventor of Zuture. I'm going to go through the basics of using this simple but revolutionary product. First, we're looking at the sticker, and I'm going to cut kind of the smallest amount you'd want to use. In general, you don't want to go smaller than an inch width, which is about the width of your thumb. Now, it can be cut to any shape. And then what I'm doing is I'm actually sticking this piece to my skin, which is clean and dry. It's important that the skin be clean and dry, but needs no other special prep. Now I'm using our aglet to show you where you can attach to the different anchor points. So where the windows are is where the anchor points are. And you can see you can put quite a bit of force, more than you would even want to. You don't want to pull quickly or it will break. Next, I peel it off and you can see it comes off very easily. Next, I'm going to show you the aglet in detail. So it comes in its own separate package. And it has this large piece so you can work by hand, but you can also use an instrument, and it's not sharp. Next, I'm showing you my daughter's arm with a simulated wound, and this is at increased speed to make it more efficient for you. I've cut it to fit that wound precisely, and you can see it's very easy to work with this sticker. I'm going to place it about 1 millimeter from the edge of the wound, and then I'm going to gently press down all over. It has a pressure-sensitive adhesive. The comfort and adhesion is very similar to other film base that you've worked with in the hospital, but it's much easier to work with because it has the skeleton. It doesn't collapse on itself. The first thing I do in this video is actually make a mistake. So I tied an air knot, which is obviously a mistake, but then I cut it out and then I start over again. And what I'm doing now is I'm putting in a simple interrupted stitch, and I'm going to put in 2 more simple interrupted stitches at key spots in this pretend wound. And that's one of the recommended methods to use this. And so I'll put in one final one. It goes very quickly. Again, I'm working on my daughter's arm. This isn't painful at all. I'm sewing to the sticker. I'm not actually traumatizing her skin at all. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a stitch in a kind of random pattern, and this is very quick, very easy, and I'm going to over sew it in a way that I never would in a real person because it would cause too much trauma. But in this case it works out great because I'm splinting the tissue, and that's really all you're trying to do. All you want to do is hold this tissue together so it grows back together. Putting needles in the tissue, you're actually just traumatizing the tissue more. And you can see I've got this random pattern. I go all the way to the end, and then actually I decide to come all the way back and really over sew it. Again, you would never do this because it's too much trauma, but you can see how it all pulls together very nicely. I tie it off, and there that long laceration's been pulled together. Now the last thing I do is I just peel it off, and that's it. Thanks a lot.